Hey everybody, sorry for the technical difficulties. Welcome to Queens TV, the weekly campus show designed to immortalize our immature 20-year-old selves on YouTube forever. I'm Rob Moden, and we are probably live. Again, we have technical difficulties which prove we are live, because we would have edited that out. Now, after last week, we have both an apology and a solution. There have been a number of complaints that I too often say or whenever there's a brief pause, and it's annoying, we know. So we tried to figure out some sort of negative reinforcement to wean me off of the practice. I'm also extremely tired, so I'm even more likely to lapse into or than any previous episode unless I wake up a little. So to kill two birds with one painful stone, Josh is standing to the left of the screen with an airsoft gun that he will use every time I say or for the entire show, starting now. Let's test that out, shall we? Okay. If I don't have small bruises all over my body by the end of this, we'll consider a success for myself. Did I say
You did that.
Damn it. Anyway.
I'm Stacey Lambert, the person you just judged. Wearing a Snuggie today was awkward. So awkward, in fact, that I've been brought in tonight to talk about just that, awkwardness. You might be surprised to know that I consider myself an expert on the subject of awkwardness and awkward interactions, simply just because I have so many of them. There are essentially an infinite number of ways to have an awkward interaction here at Queens, and I have personally had all of them. So, really quick, I'm going to take you through some examples. First, picture this. You're casually walking with a friend, having a pleasant conversation, feeling pretty good. Then, all of a sudden, the person you're walking with's best friend ever shows up. The two squeal, leap into each other's arms, and start chatting animatedly about good times past. It's all well and good. It's a happy reunion, except for the fact that you have no idea who this new person is. You're left standing there waiting, saying nothing, doing nothing, hoping eventually the person you're trying to walk to class with will remember your existence and introduce you at least. Unluckily for you, this never happens. You have officially been shafted. Walk to class alone. Next, picture this. You're walking through a building or walking home after class. In front of you, walking towards you at an agonizingly slow pace, is a person you kind of know. It becomes the world's most important task to avoid eye contact with this person at all costs. You don't know their name, they don't know yours, or worse, they do, and you definitely don't want to have to actually converse with them. Here's your key move. Pretend you're in the middle of the single most important text message of your life and you are very angry about it. Spend the 20+ seconds you're walking towards them looking down with your angry face on like this. Just type nonsensical vowels into your screen, just praying to Steve Jobs that they won't notice you. I can't stress enough that you must look very serious about this. Smiling will completely ruin the illusion, and tell the person that you're in a good enough mood to be interrupted without consequences. This is not like a look at this cute dog photo text. This is a I just killed your dog with a shovel text. Now next, imagine waving frantically to a girl across the street that you are so damn sure you know. You wave, you maybe yell her name, she turns and looks at you, and then horror-stricken, you realize that this person you just waved to is in fact a complete stranger. They throw you a confused, disbelieving look, and you realize you now look like a huge friggin' tool. My advice here is just to turn and run while screaming, "Stop looking at me!" and waving your hands above your head like you're doing the hokey pokey and shaking it about. Get hit by a car maybe too, while you're at it. Now finally, imagine accidentally smacking a person in the face with your backpack twice in 20 seconds. Imagine dropping your full coffee on a classmate's BlackBerry. Imagine accidentally trying to pay at Kogro with a Shoppers Optimum card. Imagine seeing your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend walking towards you and ducking so quickly into the nearest tree that you smack into a branch, fall right on your face, and break more than one finger. Viewers, you are currently imagining my life. I'm not asking for sympathy. Just know that if you have ever been personally the victim of one of my awkward encounters, I sympathize, and I will just leave the screen now before this turns awkward.
Yo, welcome everybody to the Student Ghetto Cooking Show.
Yo, it's your boy, Double D.
Yo, Chef D Swag up in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So today, we know that it's kind of hard when you're in the ghetto.
Yeah.
You don't really know how to make food. We're here to show you some halfway, borderline, gourmet meals that are gonna make you shine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yo, what's first up? What's first
Yo.
up? Tell the people what's first up.
Well, first meal of the day, most important meal.
Breakfast.
What we gonna eat today? A boiled egg.
Yo,
Mom!
Mom, bring the boiled
boiled egg
egg
over
here.
here.
Come on. Yeah. That's what we got. We got this. We got the pot.
Yeah.
The water.
Now, this is from the finest grocers in Canada.
Food basics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what we gonna do with this egg? Where the water at?
The water's right here,
Oh,
man.
the water's in there?
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, throw that in there. Yo, we're going to put this on the stove. We'll come back on it, check on it later.
Yeah.
Here you go. Yeah. All right, next up, next recipe. The most classic recipe in the ghetto. Tell them what it is.
Peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Yo, you got the jelly, man?
Yeah, you got the peanut butter?
Oh, shit, I forgot the peanut butter. No, but it's okay. It's okay, though. I got the second most important ingredient, the table syrup. Yeah,
Where
the
that at?
table at?
Where
Oh,
that
it's
at?
over there, yeah.
Yo, Mom, get the table
Come
syrup.
on, Mom, bring the table syrup over here. Yeah,
love
it's like
it. Great
maple
lady.
syrup, but it's more ghetto, so we like it a little better.
Yeah, so where the bread at? Mom!
Oh, we actually
Where
don't
the
have
bread?
any bread either. What the hell?
Oh, here the bread?
Oh, man, we are so underprepared right now.
That's my daddy. He used to play football.
Yo, bring the
He's
bread
got a
out.
good throw.
Bring the bread out. What we got here? Yeah, no end slices. Hate the
Yeah.
end slices. All right,
We're not that ghetto.
Yo, we take the jam, spread it out on the bread like so, like you're stroking an animal or something like that. I don't know. Yo, get the table syrup ready. Yo. All right, next thing, what you do next, yo?
Yo, hold that out for me. Now hold it out for me.
Here you go.
Damn, girl.
Oh, shit. Yo, not too much, son. Yo,
Why not?
Double D, tell the people how it tastes, man.
Oh, yo, I gotta fold it over just like a greasy pizza.
Oh, shit. Yo, how that taste, son?
That tastes like my breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh, all right. Yo, we got the next recipe on deck. Yo, what's the next recipe? The most classic recipe? Second most classic, I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Finish chewing, man. Come on, people are watching.
Yo!
All right.
All right, final recipe.
Let's go.
We got this. 2 in the morning, you're yawning, you need something to eat. What do we got? Cereal and milk.
Yeah.
Bring it out. Yo, Mom!
All right, bring that shit out. Bring it out. Yo,
Where the bowl?
where the bowl? We got the bowl. Yeah, bring the bowl out. Come on.
All right.
All right.
Start it. Yeah.
Here's how we make it. 1.
Put the milk in a bowl. 2.
Put the cereal in the milk. Yeah, like that. 3.
Where the spoon at?
Oh, man.
We're gonna pretend it's a spoon. So we put the spoon and the milk and the cereal in the bowl. Like that.
Oh, you forgot number 4, man.
Number 4.
Never mind, we ran out of instructions, so we're good.
All right.
All right, that was the Student Ghetto Cooking Show.
Woo!
Woo!
I myself had a okay break. Most of it was great, but there's one story I want to tell you. It was back at the end of last semester, and I had just finished editing a film in the film house after about 5 hours. It was about 11:30 at night. So I was starting to walk home to my house on Brock Street, and I was going up Albert Road, or Street? Albert Street. So it's 11:30 at night, there's nobody there except me and this one girl who's about 20 feet ahead of me. And so she turns around when she kind of hears me walking. She sees me, and she looks a little nervous, which is understandable at this time of night, and there's only, me and her out there. But it doesn't occur to me that she might see me as a threat. So she starts walking faster, and my reaction was, wow, she's making excellent pace. If I try to keep up with her, I will be home a full 5 minutes earlier than I was going to be. So she starts going faster and faster, always looking over her shoulder, and I'm making sure that no matter how fast she goes, I'm staying 20 feet behind her at all times. And also, I'm like very focused on her. So whenever she sees me, I'm just like... So she starts picking up pace, and again, I'm just like, wow, she's really going at it.
I need to be a fit person. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start keeping up after people who are going fast to try and keep on my fitness regimen or something. I was stupid. So at one point, she decides to cross the street. And at the exact same time, I decide I need to cross the street because my house is on the other side of the street. So she takes a step into the road, and at like 1 second behind me, and she looks over her shoulder while she's doing it, and at like half a second later, I take a step onto the road. And in that half a second following that, everything came together, where I realized what horrible, horrible person I look like. So in my mind, I had a choice where I could either keep crossing the road at the same time as her, or I could step back onto the sidewalk that I was on and try to calm her down and make her realize, oh no, I'm not following you at all. So I do that. I step back onto the sidewalk, which to her makes it look like she just caught me. It was at this point that she started to run. So I just want to say, if you are out there, mystery girl, you make excellent pace. And that's it.
All right, it's cold outside. I bet now you're wearing sweaters and jackets and gloves and mittens and hats and other expensive attachments that make you look like a fat Eskimo. But here's my question to you. When those Canada geese fly down south, do you ever wonder why we don't either? Yes, it would be difficult to obtain wings. But there is a reason why the Wright brothers went through all that dumb shit to invent flying. It's so that us people don't have to deal with Canada's harsh winters. Instead, we layer up in jackets made out of polar bear husks and the tears of a slaughtered fox in order to bear the cold. We can't take a hint. Here's a thought. Go to the grocery store and stock up for a nuclear winter and live in your house for the remainder of that time and fuck life. Work from home, stick your ass down on your lazy boys, take a Vicodin and fall asleep by the fire, day in and day out. Now doesn't that sound wonderful? Maybe it sounds like I'm over-exaggerating, and I can see the value in that. But because I have a tendency to refuse to believe that I'm wrong, here's some proof that I'm really not taking it too far. Firstly, there is not a single person in this universe who enjoys shoveling snow. Unless you climax over a sore back and aching shoulders, this probably isn't something you're excited to do. Just about everyone in winter comes home in anticipation that one of the other poor fucks had to bear the awful chore. But no, you arrive home and everyone else's driveway on your street has been perfectly cleared, but for some reason, every asshole under your roof has managed to muster up some ridiculous excuse as to why they couldn't shovel. And you know what? When you finally start to do the work that should be evenly divided amongst you and your house's inhabitants, I bet your nose starts running. There's no better time than when your hands are in the middle of shoveling snow for your nose to decide that it's into role-playing, and today it's going to play Niagara Falls. And it's not like shovels come with Kleenex dispensers or anything. Instead, you're forced to rub your already irritated nostrils on your poor, thick, liquid-resistant, made out of polyethylene gloves. But wait, there's more. Just when you think it was all worth the fight just to get the job done, you realize that it's been snowing the whole time you've been putting yourself to the grind, and the fucking snow you just cleared has miraculously replaced itself. So now all you have to show for your hard work is a runny, sore nose and a shitload of snow that makes you look like an incompetent asshole. Secondly, did I mention that the entire time you were shoveling, the sun was setting off in the distance? But that's okay, because it's 7 o'clock. Oh wait, no it isn't, it's fucking 4 p.m. in the damn afternoon. So now not only is it bumfuck freezing outside, but it's also dark as shit, and basically any outdoor activity that would be even remotely possible in winter suddenly isn't. Not to mention how depressing it is to feel like you've stayed up until 1 a.m. only to realize that it's actually 8 p.m. Or on weekends, when you stay up late, at home, doing shit all because it's too cold to go outside, or anywhere, and your car won't start, and the roads are more dangerous than a redneck with a purpose, and you therefore fall asleep late and wake up around noon only to realize you have about 4 hours to enjoy the day before the sun pieces the fuck out. Finally, there is nothing wrong with a little holiday cheer. I love Christmas, but trekking through shopping malls that are more crowded than a Chinese subway car is the kind of behavior that future civilizations will look upon us for and think, humans were fucking stupid. Then, when Christmas comes and gifts are purchased and wrapped and placed under the tree and ready to go, everybody prays for snow. Why? Is it because Christmas wouldn't be the same without it? Tell that to the kids who grew up somewhere in the US, like south or even lower. In fact, most of the world goes without snow on Christmas, because who in the fuck wants to shovel snow on Christmas Day? If you know of anyone who is looking for a white Christmas, look no further. We go to Queen's University, people. There's enough white to go around here for days.
Now, back in the fall, we saw a great show by the Queen's Improv team and invited them on the show. They did a fantastic job. So back again to entertain you with words they make up on the spot, Queen's Improv. Everyone?
Are we in? Are we in nice and tight?
So tight.
So tight.
Oh. There you go. Is there a zoom out option? Just because they need their space. I lost my character.
It's okay, we'll duck.
We'll duck. So we ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Are you going to introduce the game?
Oh, we're going to be playing newscasters.
How appropriate.
Yes. We have pre-assigned, I will be your host. We have pre-assigned my co-anchor, our sports person, and our weather person. Some characteristics that will come out during the show, and hopefully they'll show up at the bottom of the screen. And they're written on a piece of paper if you guys want to check out what they are. For the first time.
Oh, jeez.
Cool. So should we get a little news song happening to start? We'll do it. Good evening. I'm Laurel Doe. Our first story, our music department is fired. Our next story, AMS teams not endorsed by QTV for the election have sent out a mega virus to take down QTV's live feed. For more on this story, let's go hear from my co-anchor, Sam. Sam?
Oh, sorry, I'm so thirsty. Okay, anyways, yes, I am really frustrated with this whole virus situation. I personally think I might have a virus as well, because I'm just really, like itchy all over, and my ball is just rolling and rolling and rolling, but I'm not going anywhere, and I'm just going and running and running and running and running and running and running. You know that feeling when you're just running and you're not going anywhere, but you're just like turning and turning and turning forever and ever? And so I feel like that's maybe what's happening with this virus, and then, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so thirsty. Oh. Anyways, back to you, Laurel. Whew.
Thanks, Sam. Thank you. All right, next, let's find out what kind of weather we have going on this weekend. Let's hear from Fanny, our weather girl. Fanny, I'm going to duck it.
Well, it looks bleak out there, but we're preparing for the worst. You should really start to, you should call everyone you love and just remind them of that, first of all. Did you mention virus? Because, that's a little bit of a warning sign as well. I'm heading over to the grocery store right now. I'm getting my canned goods. I'm getting my liters of water. Recommend you do that as well. Head over to Costco because it's going to be raining. It's going to be raining fear. And we're also going to have a lot of cloud coverage, so don't expect to do any tanning. You should also probably not leave your house for other reasons as well. But that's probably my advice for dealing with the weather this week. Thank you, Laurel. Back to you.
Thank you, Fanny. Yes, I feel the same way. When it is cloudy out, I am just the walking dead. So let's go over, and we've got the Super Bowl happening this weekend. So I want to hear from our sportsman, Josh. Josh?
Doth thou speakest to me? Thine challenge is heard, and I shall deliver the sports. The LA Kings, my lord, are reigning well. The bowl, the chalice of the super chalice that caught the blood at the crucifixion. It's the super grail. There will be a joust for it between the Packers of Green Bay and the others. I hear my steed approaching. I must meet him at the Frock.
Thank you, Josh, for that unique take on sports. All right, our final story, there will be a hilarious Queen's Improv show happening at Alfie's on February 9th that will be much less meta than this take right now. It will happen at 9 p.m. and you are all welcome to come. It's $5. That's the news. I'm Laurel Doe. Thank you for tuning in. Good night.
So, it's bad enough that there's already one living member of the cast of Jersey Shore, but last Halloween, every biddy under 5 feet thought dressing as Snooki would be a great excuse to get blackout drunk in a leopard skin dress. So this year, Queen's TV predicts the top 10 costumes that you're convinced is the most brilliantly unique idea ever until you show up at a kegger and then there's 12 other chicks and bros dressed in poor variations of your costume. No, you're not seeing double, you're just not that clever. So, number 10. This season, we were blessed with another season of our favorite people from Jersey Shore, except this time in Italy. So, slapping on your Snooki costume from last year and hooking up with girls doesn't make you Dina. It just makes you a whore. And yes, you are a lesbian. There's also going to be a bunch of guys walking around with no shirt on and a giant Italian flag yelling,
Job's here.
but you should just do everyone a favor and put your shirt back on and try not to run into any walls. So, number 9. So every girl from the ages of 5 to 85 woke up on April 24th at 5 a.m. to watch the most fabulous wedding on television. I just YouTubed it at noon. Either way, there's going to be a bunch of corny people who are in couple costumes dressed as Kate Middleton and Prince William. So if your Friends with Benefits suggests you go as the royal couple, you're doing it wrong. Number 8, Breaking Bad. Great show, horrible costume. I know you went through a phase in grade 10 where you thought that you were a gangster, and then you'd been dying to pull out your baggy pants and your huge hoodie shirt and your flat top NY hat. But everyone's just gonna think that you dress like a moron every other day of the week. So dyeing yourself pink is not a clever pun either. Number 7, Steve Jobs. Creative genius. Oh, yes, I was gonna say that. It is too soon, but I only went there because I know you're going to go there. Either way, Steve Jobs is a creative genius and a great contribution to technology and our society. Showing up at a party with your iPhone and your MacBook doesn't make you Steve Jobs. It just makes you every other student at Queen's. So, number 6. Okay, other dead famous people. I know, too soon, right? But I know you're going to go there, and that's you. I'm talking to you, Jack Layton and Amy Whitehouse. Like, terrible costumes. And I know it's super fun to dress up as a coke whore on Halloween or every other day of the week, but just don't do it. Number 5, Rebecca Black. Okay, I know I'm not the only person who is so glad they don't hear someone screaming, "It's Friday," every fucking Friday. But showing up on Halloween with the word Friday plastered all over yourself is a horrible costume. I don't even know how you're going to pull this off, but I know you're going to try to pull this off. What are you going to do, just run around asking everybody at the party which seat you should take? Number 4. Troll face. This is actually a pretty great cheap costume. All you gotta do is go to Google, write troll face, and then print it out and cut out and put on your face. But how creepy would it be to be like surrounded by 6 guys screaming problem at you with troll face masks? So just don't do that. Number 3. So the douche in a suit. So every Halloween, I see some guy who pulls his suit out of his closet and then claims that's his costume. The best part about this costume is you hear one douchebag talking to another douchebag being like, "Yo, your costume is sick, bro." But then we've got like the blonde one who's supposed to be Barney Stinson, and then we've got the black guy with his white friend who are the Men in Black, and then we've got the white guy with his black friend as the guys from Pulp Fiction. So this year, we're telling you that the douche in a suit is going to claim to be none other than the sexy, melancholic, boozing womanizer from Mad Men, Don Draper. Okay, so number 2. Okay, so according to Google Insight, I actually looked this up. I am not making this shit up. This week, one of the #1 Google things was Nicki Minaj Halloween costume. So I'm going to bet there's going to be a bunch of those girls walking around this week. And I'm pretty sure it's the same girls who dressed as Lady Gaga last year, and they just dyed their wigs random shitty colors. So we're not going to lie, though. Of all the costumes we mentioned, this one is definitely the scariest. So, number 1. Okay, do I even have to say anything? You should just prepare for a viral outbreak of Charlie Sheen wannabes. People are just gonna be walking around with white powder under their noses and a can of Tiger's Blood. But honestly, if you're gonna top this off, you should just go down to the plaza and get 2 strippers, because you know you're gonna have to pay for it. So, there you have it, guys. Those are the top 10 costumes that we predict are gonna be around everywhere on Monday. So, either we're psychic or you all had no costume ideas and then we just gave out a really bunch of shitty costume ideas.
Hope everyone had a good reading week. I, for one, want to share something I saw over the week. I know I'm late on this, but there's this trailer for a new CBC show called Redemption, Inc. And if Eugene could play that for me right now.
Kevin O'Leary loves a good deal, and he'll go anywhere to find one. 10 ex-cons.
I may be able to identify the next great business leader. Who cares if they were in prison first?
8 revealing challenges.
This is going to be a savage competition.
$100,000 of Kevin's money on the line.
Only one winner at the end, just like the real world.
Redemption Inc., Mondays at 9, premiering January 9th on CBC.
So this is a real thing. I was convinced when I first saw it was a Saturday Night Live sketch or a 30 Rock show within the show, totally. Can you throw that up on the monitor behind me? Okay, so let's go through step by step what the fuck is going on. Can we start for 1 sec?
Kevin O'Leary loves a good deal, and he'll go anywhere to find one.
Stop.
10 ex.
Okay, so far, they said he loves a good deal, he'll go anywhere to find it. It looks like he's like being locked in a jail cell. It's gonna be a documentary series about being on the inside and like how people aren't listened to by guards. And then it takes a turn.
10 ex-cons.
I may be able to identify the...
There are these ex-cons, but they're being put back in jail, apparently. So they're not ex-cons, and they're being put back in jail, and they look very, very serious about it. Like, the doors are closing, and they're like, is it side by side with me? I really hope so. Good. Okay. So they're not ex-cons anymore. It's clearly staged. Keep playing.
Great business leader. Who cares if they were in prison first?
Pause. Lots of people care if they were in prison first. Lots of people. In this world today, we are worried about Facebook and Twitter kind of incriminating us and we're not able to get a summer job. They're going to offer $100,000 to someone who has been in jail for reasons we don't know. I think many people would want to know why they are ex-cons. Co-workers, people they're doing business deals with. Did they go for, financial fraud, which would be bad, or murder, which may be worse? I'm not sure. Keep playing.
Prison first.
8 revealing challenges.
This is going to be a savage competition.
100,000.
So the competitions, actually, can you go back? Is that possible? Because we want to see the competition to determine A, which ex-con has the best business acumen, and B, wins $100,000, apparently involves challenges involving pushing cars on streets
to be a savage competition.
$100,000.
Pause. And then the best part.
Of Kevin's money on the line.
Only one winner at the end, just like the real world.
Redemption. Who wins in the real world? Who wins in life? There's going to be one winner. Steve Jobs is dead, so he's out. I don't know. Who wins? Did he win? He's apparently going on TV and giving away $100,000, and he wants to work with an ex-con. I don't understand. This is a real thing. Why does it make me so happy?
All right, so you guys may or may not have heard that, as mentioned in that video, something called the Liberal Party has announced that Ontario University students are going to be getting a 30% return on tuition every year starting this semester. At Queen's, the 1% are actually 99% of the population. And on the phone to comment on this are two average Queen's students, Duke Crispin Fitzgerald Vander Wilkinson and Sir Humphrey Terence Richington. Do we have them on the line?
Bonsoir.
Vive la revolution.
Hello, gentlemen. Now, which one of you is whom?
Hello, I am Duke Crispin Fitzgerald Vander Wilkinson, an average Queen student, and this is my close friend and business associate.
Yes, good evening to you all viewers. I am Sir Humphrey Terence Richington III, from the long and noble line of Wellington Richingtons. Alas, I am also an average Queen student, and I share BFF monocles with one, the Duke.
Right, so what do you guys think about this tuition rebate situation?
I think it is blatant and obnoxious misuse of government capital to promote injustice, socialism, and intolerance.
Injustice and socialism and intolerance, yes.
Really? I mean...
Indeed, good sir. When my underpaid maid informed me of the restrictions on this rebate during my bi-weekly specialty cheese tasting, I nearly spat out a 16-year-old camembert. It's hogwash, I say.
Yes,
hogwash.
I was so enraged by this new legislation that I cut short my semi-annual diamond polishing workshop in Bermuda so that I might telephone your program on this very eve.
Why should I, Duke Crispin Fitzgerald Vander Wilkinson, not qualify for a discount on my tuition at this institution of higher learning when simple peasants do qualify? It's cobbly-wobble, I say.
Cobbly-wobble indeed. Just because we have access to an inordinate amount of wealth from our parents' offshore bank accounts and Swiss trust funds does not mean that we are second-class citizens.
No, most definitely not.
But, I mean, don't you guys sort of think it makes sense, though? They're giving the reduced tuition to the people who are struggling. Obviously, wealthy people can afford the tuition prices already without it being a burden, so they don't really need the rebate.
Burden schmurden, what are the peasants going to do next? Give my exotic pet leopard Napoleon III a discount for his fur waxing just because he's incapable of industrious work? It's socialism, I say. Blatant socialism. And it's poppycock. It's tommywobble.
Poppycock and tommywaddle indeed, good sir. Rich people of Kingston, unite. Let us not be treated like the luxuriously wealthy people that we are. Let us ensure that taxpayer dollars in this country go exclusive to making things easier, like lives of rich people. Let us use our rebate money to buy caviar smoothies and diamond underpants. Let us rise and fight against this tuition rebate eligibility policy.
Do you guys even go to Queen's?
And that's the end of everything ever. Before I go to sleep, follow us on Twitter at Queens TV, or Facebook. Go to our Facebook page. It's 3 clicks or so. You're already on a computer. Dare I say if you're lazy if you don't. Let us know if you have any ideas or dumb things that we could do on the show. Go to queensuniversity.reddit.com to be part of the online Queens community. And that's about it. Thanks, everybody. Oh, fuck. Please stop. Thanks, everybody. Bye.